Hello. I want to do a video today. It's going to be a long one because I've got a lot to talk about, I think. But basically tonight I went to the Hanson concert, the band Hanson. It was at the HiFi Bar in Melbourne, and it's 2014 at the moment. I don't know why I needed to say that, but I just felt like it. And I just had the best night, one of the best nights ever, and I just wanted to talk about all the things that led up to it. I'll probably start from the start. A few months ago, one of my friends, Peter, who's a big Hanson fan, he said, Hanson are coming to town. Do you want to go to the concert? And I'm like, oh no, I saw it on a Facebook status. Like, he's like, anyone want to come with him to a Hanson concert? And I was like, I like Hanson. Like, I liked Mmmbop all the time. I've always liked Mmmbop since I heard it like when I was in first year of uni or something like that. I think that's when it came out for me, 1997. Um, Yeah, always. I've got such. I love that song even today. Even listening it today, it hasn't grown old, and yeah, I just love it. And so I said, yeah, sure, I'll go. And so I said, and I got my ticket, and I was like, at the time, I was thinking, oh, a little bit like, should I go? Like it's, I don't know. But then I thought, yeah, sounds good. I'll just go. And I just want to think back and say, oh, I'm so glad I went. I had the best night ever. This is awesome. One of the best, actually, one of the best concerts of my experiences that I've been to. But the problem is what happened was Peter, he's a doctor, and he had a night shift scheduled on um, the same night as the concert, so he couldn't go, which sucked because like he was really hanging out for it. Um, but then he said to me like, oh, so I've got this. He's got this ticket that it's going to be wasted. You know, like he was trying to find someone to go with me, like to use the ticket. He was trying to find someone to give it to, and he asked me, did I know any friends who wanted to take it or anything like that? And I posted on Facebook, and the way it ended up was uh, this morning, today is like Sunday, and just yesterday I saw that my friend Anna was going to the Hanson concert, which was on that Saturday night last night. It was on at in St Kilda, and I didn't realize she was a fan of Hanson. But like when I looked at the photo, she was a big fan. Like she was saying how, you know, 5-year-old Ree would be so happy, um, you know, to get to see Hanson and stuff like that. And so I noted in my head like, oh, she's a big fan. And then when it came, I thought to myself like, oh, maybe I just felt like maybe I'll message Ree and see if she wants to come. Like even though it's such short notice. So I messaged her, and first of all, she was like, hey, basically she said yes, she'll come. Like within like, so I messaged her about 4 o'clock, and the concert was on at 7:30, and she was like, yeah, I'll come down, I'll come down. So it was awesome, and I'm really glad I did ask her because it made my night so much better. Just it was in so many ways. Like because before the concert, I had to go to this rehearsal for this play that I'm in, Wiz As. It's this play I'm in with some friends, and so I couldn't line up because when I passed through the city at 4 or 4:30, there was already a line outside the Hi-Fi Bar, and it was like a line of all these girls, and I was like, because in my head I was thinking, do you reckon it's Hanson? Like it's so early, like, so I kind of stood around and then found out that it was a line for Hanson already. I was like, wow, this is kind of cool because when Hanson was big in 1997, they were massive. They were so massive, like people screaming and all that stuff, and there were lines everywhere. Um, I think apparently like they went to a small promotional thing. It was meant to be small at a shopping center, and there was like thousands of people turned up, which doesn't surprise me because they were really massive at the time. But because I haven't heard much about them in the media, for the last I don't know how many years it's been, and I haven't been really keeping up with their music or anything like that. So I was really kind of surprised, but pleasantly surprised that their fans were still so eager and loyal and stuff like that, which is what part of why I really love tonight. um, uh, so yeah, I messaged Rihanna, and she was coming down. So I went to my rehearsal, and she got in the line. I think she got there about 6 o'clock or so, and she said one of her friends was also in line, so maybe she could uh, get with her, like meet up with her in line and stuff like that. So I finished my rehearsal, came down, and there was already a massive line, like I don't know how long it was, like it went from the HiFi Bar all the way down to the street, like near Subway where that was. I don't know how many meters that is, but it was quite long. And before that, there was already 300 people inside the HiFi Bar because the Hanson fan club was allowed priority entry, so they could get seats and stuff like that, which is fine. Um, but so it was kind of cool. And so I got there, and Rihanna was there with maybe four other girls, and I just assumed that they were like her friends and stuff like that. But it turned out like they most of them had just recently met just in line, like, and but one of them she had met like in the concert before that, and that was, yeah. So it was really cool because, had I not messaged Ree to ask her if she wanted to have a ticket, I would have had a totally different experience of the night, I think, because this night was I had like friends there and stuff, which I was happy to go by myself. Like I was gonna go by myself, but just having Ree there, who was such a massive fan of Hanson, and I didn't even know she was a fan of Hanson. I want to quickly, because this is going to be a long vlog anyways. I want to talk about how she said that she got into Hanson. She told me today. She had her iPod, and one of the songs, she doesn't know how it got on there. I actually will tell you the title of the song too. It's called, I'm loading it up. Lost Without Each Other by Hanson. She had this song on it. She was listening it like non-stop for like 2 years, and she didn't know who it was by. So finally she did a Google search for it, and then it came up as Hanson, and she's like, that can't be right. So she did it again, and it found out that it was Hanson. And since then she just became a big fan of them. Like this was like 2 years ago or something like that. So I find it really cool. Like yeah. And another thing I found really interesting, she went to the concert last night, and she was just kind of sad that she couldn't get to go to this night one. So I even messaged her on Facebook like yesterday saying, "Oh, Ree, I'm going to tomorrow's gig," and she goes, "Oh," she's like, "Have fun. I wish I could go too as well." And apparently this afternoon around 4 o'clock, before I messaged her, she was actually had the web page open of the HiFi Bar gig with Hanson, and she was just staring at it. So I kind of sometimes I think, is the universe like just connected? Are things supposed to happen? Which I really do feel like sometimes it is like, all these things just click into place and just seems right. So it was funny, like she was looking at the screen, and all of a sudden she gets this message like, do you want to come to the Hanson concert? And she's like, what? So, and it was really cool because in case I forget to mention, like, yeah, yeah. Anyways, when we got to the place, one of the girls was like, she's been there before, and she goes, the best plan is when you go in, go to the left, and then all the way in, and you can get quite close to the front. And so, once we started going inside, we all like made a beeline for the left, and we got really close. Like, I think, within 10 meters, like they were standing pretty damn close to us because the room is pretty long, and so we got to be pretty close to the front, and it was awesome. So had I not gone with Ree, like I would have been at the back, like seeing them like from far away, kind of just bopping around by myself. But just having them there was so much more fun. And one thing I realized was, and during the night when we would like I every now and then I just turn to look at Ree, and she was like having so much fun bopping and jumping up and down, and just made me feel really happy that she was having such a good night. Like it was good. It was really, really good. And yeah, all the girls that we met were so cool as well. Really, really cool. Oh, I'll show you a photo of them since I have it on my phone. Here's one photo of us. Okay, can you see? There we are. And one of the girls, as soon as she took off her jacket and I saw the Oklahoma Thunder number 35 jersey, I was like, that's Kevin Durant's jersey. And I was like, are you a basketball fan? And she's like, oh, she goes, my boyfriend is, and he told me that wear this because if Isaac sees it, he'll really like it, because apparently they're from Oklahoma. Hanson are from Oklahoma, and so they would like that. So that's something I learned today. Um, Also, I learned that what I really liked about there's a few things that made this night really, really special. But I don't even know where to begin because it's like a comp, and I'll just talk about all the different points. The song Mmmbop, um, the way I take it to mean it is like you have meet all these people in your life, but how do you know who's gonna hang around till the end? Who's gonna be a friend that just because an Mmmbop I think is just a moment in time, a short moment in time. Like they'll say some people come into your life for an Mmmbop and then they're gone. You know, I find this song really really interesting. And when they performed Mmmbop, I was thinking to myself, looking around, this is like a time capsule thing, or I don't know how you describe it, but when they sang the song Mmmbop, it's been 17 years or I don't know how long, and now you look around and these are the people who are still with them after all its craziness gone, the ones that hang around longer than an Mmmbop. So I found it really cool just to look around and see that, yeah, this is the people that's there, and there's heaps of them. I found it really cool. Another thing I really like about Hanson is the fact that they're an independent. They're independent, like they're not part of some big company, you know, some music company. Because at the concert, like you know how some concerts, like if you take a photo, they're like the bouncer's like no photos or no videos or anything like that. Like you're not allowed to do it. But here, you could just take photos, take videos, whatever you want, because it's owned by Hanson. Like everything, they even said it like from the top to the bottom, they're independent. Like they own everything, which I love. Is and one thing I really like in life is just seeing people doing things because they love it, not because they're trying to get super rich or anything like that. Like Hanson, they were like, yeah, they're so successful and like millions and millions of dollars probably, but now they're just doing it like small, but straight to the fans. They just do what they love and they just tour and they come here because there's a lot of fans here that want to see them. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. That's what I really, really like a lot. That they have a relationship with their fans like that, like this, you know, and the fans can probably sense it or feel it or put their trust in it and stuff. Which it's like I felt like I was privileged to be like within this and looking around me, seeing these Hanson fans, like being part of it as well. Like it felt really part of the reason why tonight was so good. Besides the fact that they're just awesome performers and their music was really good. Like I didn't know hardly any of their songs except for the ones that I knew from like early days, like Mmmbop and things like that. But some of the songs were really, 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 really good. Like fantastic, and they were so entertaining. They got the crowd into it, and you know, some concerts I've been to, I can't even get my body to move to the music. I just can't do it. People around me are bopping around, and I just can't physically. But this today, I had no trouble because I just felt like I don't know what it is, but the vibe was so easy to like because of their love of the music and love of what they're doing. It was easy for me to, and I was like never before. I don't think have I in a concert just danced with so much abandon and just happiness. It was like amazing. Um, oh, that's so cool. There's one song at the end where Taylor's like getting everyone to jump, and oh, what an experience that is! Just like for like a few lines of the chorus, everyone's just jumping and ah, so good. And then they played Mmmbop. Like yes, I was like, please play Mmmbop. Hopefully they play Mmmbop because I love that song. Even just hearing the intro, I don't know how it goes, but I'm just gonna play it for a little bit, just a little bit. I recorded it because I had to. Sorry, having trouble. Hmm, which one is it? Must be this 3-minute one. Okay. You get the idea. Isn't it awesome, that song? It's so good. I think I want to finish up by saying, there might be more that I want to say, but I'll just finish up by, at the end, Taylor was speaking to the... Oh, another thing I really like about Hanson is the fact that they've just stayed together all this time. Like, these three brothers, since they were little kids, they made music together. They grew up, had families, and they're still touring together, making music. Like, they're not off, one of them's doing solo stuff, or you know what I mean? Like, they're just so close, and they get along so well, probably, and they're just doing what they love, and they just obviously love it, like, which I really, 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 really like. And Taylor was saying he has this, because they're an independent label, like, they have this special relationship with their fans. Oh, they even write songs for their fan club. How cool is that? They're not like release songs, they're just like songs that they write for the fan club. Oh, how cool is that? And Taylor was saying, like, we have a deal with you guys. If you will come, we will go. I don't know how he worded it. And another thing, I'm so glad my phone, the batteries lasted it, so I could get all of Mmmbop. Yes. I was down to 8%, and after, when I got to 8% battery, I was like, okay, the only thing I want to use my phone for now is recording Mmmbop. No more stuff. But before that, I was like taking photos, like a zillion photos. What was I gonna say? Yeah, he said something. Basically, the gist was, if you guys will come to the concert, we will come here, you know, to do it. You know, and it just was really good. The way he said it was heaps better than that. But they were awesome. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. I'm so glad I went. Really, really, really glad I decided to go. Yeah, that's it for the video.